In January of 1894, 67 people met on a hill between Alvarado and Cleburne and signed their names as charter members of the Keene Seventh-day Adventist Church. For more than 10 years, these early members met for services on the campus of the newly founded Keene Industrial Academy. In 1905, they moved into a meeting hall that they had constructed several blocks southeast of the academy. Their first church was built to accommodate 300 to 400 people, but as people came to the area looking for Christian education for their children, the church building had to be enlarged. Several times, the congregation embarked on remodeling/expansion projects to manage the growth that was experienced over the first 50 years. During this time, the church was largely used as a training facility for students being prepared to pastor other churches when they finished their studies. The foundation for our current church facility was poured in 1956 as church membership topped 1,000. Over the years, the church has been enlarged to provide additional spaces for classrooms, with the addition of our Sabbath school complex and chapel. The youth center and church office complex were completed in early 2003, rounding out our current church facility. During our 126-year history, the Keene Church has grown from the first daring and excited 67 charter members to now serve as the church for more than 3,200 members. In addition to our current members, over the years, a number of former members have gone out into their communities to help plant and grow more than 10 new congregations in Johnson County. Today, the Keene Seventh-day Adventist Church is the largest church in the Texas Conference and the Southwestern Union. Although we are a large church, we strive to make it possible for people to connect through small groups and other ministries. Small groups are a key focus of the Keene Church, with emphasis on both spiritual small groups and fellowship-based groups. The city of Keene is located in Johnson County, Texas. While Keene is considered rural, it is located only about 30 miles south of Fort Worth and 45 miles from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. The population of Keene is about 7,000 and consists of about 40% Seventh-day Adventists. The city of Keene was founded with a strong focus on education, and the Keene Church is here to support education in our community. The Keene Church is the constituent church for Keene Adventist Elementary School and Chisholm Trail Academy. We enjoy a strong partnership with Southwestern Adventist University and work closely with the Keene Independent School District on a variety of programs and initiatives. The Keene Church has a purpose that we describe as our 1, 3, 5. We have one mission, 3 values, and 5 key ministries that define who the Keene Church is. Our mission statement is living God's love, and our 3 core values are love, connect, and share. Our 5 ministries are worship experience, small groups, schools, fellowships, and Lift, our community services. Each Sabbath, we have 3 worship services and 2 Bible study small groups. The first meets at 8 a.m., and it's our Sunrise Devotionals. It is an outdoor Bible study held at the Annex Pavilion. The next is 9 a.m., our Daybreak traditional worship experience, which happens in here in our sanctuary. At 10:30 in here, we have Elevate, which is a contemporary worship experience geared for everyone and is popular especially with university students and our young adults. Elevate meets here in the sanctuary and is live streamed. And finally, in here at noon, we have our Summit Worship Service, a traditional worship service with praise music. It is also live streamed on our Facebook and YouTube. And every Saturday at 4 p.m., we have The Walk, which is a casual community Bible study that meets in our gathering place. The media ministries of the Keene Church represent a major component of our church and how we reach people online through social media, printed media, and video. Sabbath school classes meet at 10:30 a.m. We have 7 adult Sabbath school classes, a university Sabbath school, a youth Sabbath school class called The Upper Room, and a vibrant set of children's Sabbath school classes ranging from birth to 8th grade. With the desire to engage and connect with people at the personal level, the Keene Church started life groups in 2019. Through our life group ministries, we operate a continual set of small group sessions for our church and community. We plan on 3 semesters of small groups that run for 1 to 2 months. Winter semester starts in February, fall semester starts in September, and Wednesdays in July happen, you guessed it, Wednesdays in July. The intent for these small groups is to have a mixture of spiritual and activity-based small groups that encourage and foster fellowship. Some small groups we offer include Motorcycle Breakfast Club, geocaching, masterpiece painting, grief recovery, the Walk Community Bible Study, Wednesday night Bible study, Pathfinders, and Adventurers. The Keene Church is the constituent church supporting Keene Adventist Elementary School, KAES, pre-K through 8th grade, and Chisholm Trail Academy, CTA, grades 9 through 12. We have a dedicated pastor supporting Keene Adventist Elementary School and another supporting Chisholm Trail Academy. We also work very closely with the school boards and support these schools through subsidies and student aid. The attendance for the 2021-22 school year is approximately 200 at KES and 150 at CTA. The Keene Church is the campus church for Southwestern Adventist University, and the university is encouraged to use Keene Church facilities for student assemblies, vespers, and other school events. Offering opportunities for our church members to fellowship together is an important part of our church. We have a social committee and offer a broader set of social activities, including the following: movie nights, chili cook-offs, watermelon feeds, Southern gospel concerts, and contemporary Christian concerts. Our community services we've named LIFT, which means to love, inspire, and fill together. It was formed in 2019 as a way to rebrand how we support our community. Through LIFT, the Keene Church is focused on outreach and community support. We operate 2 Bible schools and prison ministries, which Keene has one of the largest Bible studies in the NAD. We operate food pantries, one the third Sabbath of the month we call our General Lift Food Bank, and Senior Share, which happens on the first Thursday of the month, supporting our seniors 55 and older. We operate a thrift store, which sells gently used clothing and household items called Great Stuff, which all funds go to support our benevolence program that assists families in need. We have a part-time certified counselor which offers free counseling to all church members. We operate several food programs such as our Kids Eat Free, supporting students at Keene Independent School District, and a Come and Go food locker. We also have a monthly process to assist the community for utilities, rent assistance, and medical and prescription help. The Keene Church is blessed with a diverse and wonderful congregation, and we want to take some time now to hear from them on exactly what the Keene Church means to them.
I have been in Keene, or the Keene area, for nearly, 40 years. The community has grown and, of course, changed like any place, but there's something about the buzz and the hum of the church and the college and everything around it that just keeps it going. What I love about this new buzz and hum that I feel in this community and this church is all the activities and things that you can be involved in. You can't say, well, there's nothing to do on Sabbath afternoons, or there's nothing to do during the week, or there's nothing I can't get involved with, or groups that I can't connect with, because the beauty of what Keene Church is offering now is that I can connect if I want to be involved in a devotional group or a Bible study group or a knitting group or canoeing, and there's so much that I don't have any excuses. And I probably don't even know how busy this church is, because I don't, as a working mom, I don't get to come and participate in everything that I'd like to at this time. But yes, there's always, when I look at the announcements and all the things that's happening, I think, wow, how cool is this, that we can connect in that way. Because we didn't always have that. And it's been a beautiful change in the last several years, so I'm excited. And it's always easy to come back to Keene. There's something about Keene that makes, for me, because I grew up here. And it's nice to see people that I went to school with, whether it was at Chisholm Trail Academy or Southwestern Adventist University or even KAES. It's like, hey, how's it going? Oh my goodness, look at your kids. Everybody's grown. So it's just something, and the music, I love the music here. And it's just something wonderful to be able to fellowship, worship with fellow believers and who they are.
We've always lived around this area, but we've been active in our church community and recently moved here to Keene Church around a year ago, I would say. Mostly because of our kids. We have a daughter at CTA, she's a sophomore this year, and another daughter in 6th grade at KES, and a little 5-year-old in pre-K. So it's kind of our children wherever their friends are. We wanted to be involved in their friends' lives, obviously, and in their lives. So if they say we want to go to this church, we will, move the fastest way that we can because we want to be where they want to be.
It's been great. The people that we've met here, we've made new friends. We've rekindled other friendships that we had in the past that we just didn't have the chance to meet because of the distance and whatnot. But I think the programming, I enjoy the study of the Word a lot. The synchronization of the sermons, the different points of view, I've enjoyed that a lot. It's helped me grow in personal and taking the study of the Bible a little different, rather than having this way or study this. Then I'm going to take this topic and study this, but tomorrow I'm going to take the different view of this, but in the same topic. And that's kind of because of the mold that we've been seeing lately.
Yeah.
Well, when I started coming back to the church, it's probably been about 4 years now. When I first started coming back to Keene, what really got my attention was the people coming to shake my hand and welcoming me here. I was prepared to come in and just be a quiet person who just kind of came in unnoticed, but a lot of people were happy to see me and shook my hand, and that made a huge difference. That made me want to come back the next week. I had to quit my job working at the fire department, and wasn't sure what I was going to do next. And so there's a lot of questions rolling around in my head, worry, concern, things like that. And like I say, it really helped to come here and be welcomed in.
Here's where we grew professionally. Here's where we raised our family, and we were part of the Sabbath school and part of whatever was going on here. And to me, it was a wonderful place. And my wife and I are thankful, because before, Texas wasn't much on our horizon, but when I needed a place, I wanted a place to go to teach in one of our schools, this is a place that opened up. And I'm so grateful that I got to spend the last 50 years here. It has so much to do with my own spiritual growth and what's happened to me and what we've been able to do in this church. And so it means a whole bunch, and it has my great loyalty.
A recruiting team from Southwestern actually came to our church. Now, mind you, this was during the time where I was trying to decide where to go to school. So it was either LSU or Baylor. But then they came and they just pulled up and they're just like, hey, Southwestern. My parents were like, Adventist schooling? This is an option? Okay, this might actually work. And lo and behold, within 6 months, I was at Southwestern.
For me, it's also, my parents wanted me to go to an Adventist college, and the closest one in Texas was Southwestern. So it worked. I liked it.
And I've never heard of Southwestern before. I knew Oakwood, Andrews, your typical Adventist college, but Southwestern was, and for me, it was new. My dad went to Andrews and Oakwood, and I was like, I don't want to be a legacy kid. So that was actually also part of the reason I was like, hey, because most of my cousins went to Andrews or Oakwood too, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start something new with Southwestern. So that's also part of the reason as well. I was a public school kid, and of course, you know how public school kids in Adventist, it was like, the Friday night thing, no one understands it at all. But to come to a community, an environment where like everyone just understands, you don't have to, you can not just argue with people about, you know, your faith in terms of, oh, Sabbath, but more so it's like, hey, I can join these people, we can all do it together, we all understand each other, and I can go deeper into my faith. I don't have to tread softly, like I can go deeper in because there are people around who are better at it than me. So it's like, it helps, you know, so it helped me a lot. And I actually, like I said earlier, I love to move to Southwestern.
Same with me. I actually grew up in Adventist education from kinder to about 8th grade, and then for high school, I went to a charter school, and I did, like you said, I missed the fact that people understood my religion, and people like didn't argue with me, or it was just like, why can't you do this? Why can't you do that? But coming here, it was easy, and it was nice to have people know about us and just not have to explain all the time. To have people believe the same things we do. It's nice. There's a lot of community here. There's outreaching service. The music is fantastic. The sermons are great. Like, the preachers make sure they connect with their audience. I can't pinpoint exactly, but something brings us back. There's a reason why we drive 45 minutes every 2-3 weeks to come and worship at Elevate.
Yeah.
So,
and we are done recently, recently we do travel to different places. They'll invite us to go worship at other churches, but we always come back to Keene, you know. And I'll be honest, like, as much as we come back to Keene, my membership isn't here, right? It's still in Louisiana, but the last week or so, I'm just like, man, with everything that we've been doing and helping with the church and stuff, I was like, I feel like this might be home for the foreseeable future, maybe, you know. And with the progress that the church is making, even through the different changes and the phases, like, I want to be a part of that. Even the younger kids are coming up. I see them, I'm like, I can help them navigate a little bit better where I didn't have anyone to navigate, you know. And hopefully, when I get to an age where it's like, hey, these are your keys. This is it. The church did the keys to the church. They're able to, you know, drive the church in the proper direction even better than we did. So hopefully it all works out.
I've never moved my membership. So since I've been baptized, it's always been here, even though I moved away when I went to Andrews and what have you, but it's always been here. So about 21 years I've been a member of the Keene Church officially. When I moved back to Keene, I got involved with Elevate. So about 7 years ago, when I moved back and I started working at Chisholm Trail Academy, I got involved with Elevate. It was much smaller then. It was all sorts of room to do new things, creative things, and grow. And I got in and had fun and stayed with it, and just been kind of enjoying the process of learning how to try new things. We've been treating it kind of like a Bible lab. So all the things that Michael and I have learned at seminary, we've just had fun trying to figure out how to institute those things and try them out. It's been kind of a fun little place to try something, and if you fail, it's okay. I think part of what makes Elevate different is that we try really hard to make sure that it reflects the community that it's in. We focus on young adults. That's obviously our primary focus is to try to make sure young adults feel warm, welcome, and included. When you do that, you also get the rest of the community just accidentally. So we direct towards young adults, and then we try to make sure that whoever is on stage is a different person from Sabbath to Sabbath, so that you're seeing different people, different cultures, different backgrounds, different what have you, so that if you attend regularly, you are going to see yourself no matter who you are in what's being shown to you on the stage. It's given me community, a space to grow and to be connected with other people. I think one of the most important parts of the human condition one of the most important parts of what it means to be a human being is found in our connection with other people. Isolated, it doesn't quite make much sense, this existence, there's meaning that is derived from us having connection with other people. And Elevate provides a space for people to be able to connect with others and to find friendship and community. You have within that the ability to learn from other people and to be held accountable for not only your actions that are outside of bounds, but for when you're exploring and trying to learn. It's helpful to have a community that you belong to as you're trying to learn about the Bible. You have to have a community in order to do that. If you are only studying the Bible on your own, you can end off in crazy land, right? But if you're studying with a group of people and by yourself, you come back and you're like, hey, this is what I saw and this is what I learned, and the group's like, I don't know if I see it. They give pushback, they hold your feet to the fire, and it keeps everyone in the group accountable. And from that, you're able to grow and progress in your understanding and find, to tap into progressive truth.
The Keene Church has so many wonderful ministries and services, but I don't want you to just take my word for it. I invite you to come out, come and visit us. You can find us at 114 South Fairview, or if you're a little bit further away, you can see all that's going on our website at keenechurch.org.